Hey everyone, Sweet Cactus posted a video. Is this working? I believe I have it figured out. Okay. Hi. I didn't mean to drop out, everybody. Harris, sorry. Seemed like my internet just boop, popped out there. Multi-streaming of Restream.io. No, I don't want that title. No. Pop that up. Crap. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Should already be live, right? No. It's horrible. Horrible name. What? I don't want. What? Oh my god. I don't want to have to. I gotta copy and paste it all again. What am I doing with my life? Well, I'm trying, man. Oh man, hold on. Maybe I should. There, you can see the lights better. Okay, let me. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to copy and paste all of that again into this. That's okay. Add a description. Save. Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I did say there would be technical difficulties, and I did say that. We have 2 people on Twitch and 3 on YouTube. Oh, nice. Nice. Nobody talks in Twitch chat, but that's okay. All right. Fantastic. I am glad to have all you with me. Welcome to the party. We're gonna. Hi, you're back. Oh, wait, you're new. Whatever. Lipchuck. That sounds like a clever name on something. Heyo. All right. We were just doing. Hold on. Let me hide this. I had a 4-second stream. What do I say in it? Fuck. Oh man, that's amazing. I might just keep that up just for that. All right, check this out so y'all know what I'm talking about, just so we're on the same page. So we go to, am I on? Okay, so we go to my YouTube page right now. Here's my stream at the top. Here's the recent stuff. There's the 40-minute stream I had earlier. The stream now. Look at multi-streaming with Restream.io. 4 seconds. I messed that up. What do I say? Oh wait, no. Fuck it. Yay! I love it. We're gonna keep that one up, just for the absurdity of it. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the disconnect. Yeah. I'm sorry to the guy on Discord, Harris, I believe. Did not intentionally mean to do that. He seemed like a nice guy. Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna continue playing Borderlands. I'm on Discord. Anybody wants to talk? Blah blah blah. Let's murder some people. Damn. Oh yeah, the audio's all silent because I'm in Discord. But what's up, everyone? How you doing? All four of you. That's a new change. Anyway. Pow, pow. Skip, 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 skip. I want to skip the cutscenes. I don't care about you. Eat them. I should have just killed him right there. Would have saved us a whole series, don't you think? Alright, I think I got this right.
The gun in the cabinet.
This used to be like such a fun, dark series, and then they like killed it.
Once upon a time,
You know?
old hunters changed Pandora forever. But
It's
their
all
time
Anthony
is
Birch's
done.
fault.
Thanks to handsome
We're
Jack.
gonna have to
Pandora needs a new hero.
we're gonna have to do something about it.
Apart from the
I also hear that like the third game that came out, Borderlands 3, is like horrible. People don't like it. Isn't there a challenge stuff in here? No? No? Come on, come on. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh my god.
Great!
Yeah,
Just let me
it
get
is
this
great.
door open and
Open,
we'll hunt ourselves
open the
a
damn
bully.
door. Die.
Onward, seeing eye vision. Let me know
Oh
if
hell,
I'm gonna
but
run into
no, God. Can you believe that they actually like wrote that into a AAA game? Like, not just into a AAA game, but like in the first like 5 minutes of you playing, they have a line that cringy. I am amazed. Honestly, like the gameplay of Borderlands is
Stick
pretty
close to the
fun.
robot.
As
You will
much as I
help
can
get
find
off this
things to be
glacier
fun
and
anymore.
into the city of
And it's like,
Sanctuary. That is the only place you will be safe.
if it weren't for that, everybody would hate these things. Nobody would play them. Where are you at?
me, Squire!
Protect me, Squire. So cringe. So bad.
Like that?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Saxton. I love the voice actor for this guy. I don't remember his name. He also plays the War Mage in Orcs Must Die. Very very unique voice. I think he's also in.
Let's go!
I want to say he's in the English dub of Attack on Titan, but I don't remember what character. I don't really watch anything. I don't really remember. I think I've seen the English dub actually. Yeah, rocks are falling. Someone's in Discord. Hello.
Oh, God damn it.
Actually, you're really quiet.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. Hello, Neil Spartan 646. Hi. How are you?
Celiac attack. Good.
That's me.
What the hell did I just click on? What am I in? Am I gonna die? What is this?
Oh, you're in the arena. You mean?
What is this? Is this gonna hurt?
What, being in the arena?
Yeah.
Maybe. How much do you want it to hurt?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Oh, good.
What the hell's the arena about?
Oh. Well, this is my dear comrade. This is the place where you come to fight in as the ancient Athenians used to do in the town square. You come here to, as they would say, ground out your moral axioms and I'm just I'm just saying shit. Whatever you want it to be.
Sound Athenians, eh? Ancient Athenians. Sounds pretty erotic.
Well,
Feeling.
that's the point. That's the joke. Congratulations.
Yes. Oh yes. Yes. So,
But no,
I was just like, oh,
I
there's an
just
announcement on this thing, and then I'm like, oh, there's celiac attack, and it's some voice chat. I'm like, cool.
did you
I'll just
know
randomly jump in here just for
I
shits.
am streaming right now.
Oh, sweet.
Okay,
Love
you
that.
are on stream.
Oh
So,
my god.
don't say the
I
N-word.
Oh,
We have 7 people
Nazi?
watching right now.
Nazi.
No,
No. Oh, sorry. That's pretty
Noonie.
insensitive.
We don't.
Noonie. What the hell are you streaming? Borderlands 2?
Well, I was just testing stuff, and then I was like, you know what? Let's do some of this. Why not? Why not? I have nothing else planned this night.
Okay, Borderlands 2 is problematic. They have midgets.
All
right?
of Borderlands
You
is
have to go
pretty
with number.
problematic.
Well, I know. But see, they became progressive in number 3 by calling them tinks.
But number 3 lets you kill women.
Yes, equality is
I
finally
put my mic down.
parity.
Is that equality?
So, yes. So can you help me? Are you familiar with Donna Haraway?
I'm not sure what. Can you say that again?
Donna Haraway, Dr. Donna Haraway.
Donna?
And the Cyborg Manifesto.
I am not familiar with this at all.
Okay, I mean, even if you're familiar with
Maybe
it,
I am.
you probably don't understand it.
Let me read the
No one
Wikipedia
understands
page. I don't think I've ever heard of this. Why do you bring it up?
Because I have to write an essay about her genderless cyborg concept. See, gender is bad. I'm totally for abolishing it, just like good old Donna. Donna does not like gender, and I concur. She wants to get rid of it.
Yes, and that is why we are rapidly approaching the singularity. I can't wait.
Yes.
I want to chop off all of my body parts and replace them with robot parts.
Like, well, you see,
it's just a thing.
You see, okay, with Donna, her argument is, celiac attack, get this, you're already a cyborg.
I mean,
you are us.
How did you know?
Mind blown. That explains a lot. Yes.
Well, I had an accident several years ago, and I've got bits of metal replacing me now, so I'm well on my way. Tell me about it. I want to hear it.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, okay, so Donna and the cyborg being genderless is a part of it. She was in the feminist scene in the 70s and did, like, I think the Cyborg Manifesto was published in 88. Or yeah. Anyways,
okay.
she's worked on this concept for like over a decade. And one of the things was she's very anti-spiritualist. At the time, I guess feminism had this like spiritual component, like, embrace the goddess sort of idea. And she was against that because she felt embracing technology was the way to move forward in many ways, including like equality. And so she was kind of like a blasphemer in ways for that. But her idea of us being a cyborg already is made it more apparent if you look at like technology and our use of it for centuries, millennia, like clothes, tools, whatnot, and they just act as extensions of ourselves. But even the last century becomes even more apparent when you have things like vaccines and all these other medical miracles that keep us a lot more healthy in general. So,
what are you writing about this for?
It's for my frickin' English class.
This seems like highly specialized.
It's a first-year university course.
All right. Did you pick this, or was this like assigned to you, or?
It was recommended by the academic advisor.
All right. Okay. I can see
It's an
that.
interdisciplinary course. It's actually like 2 classes. It's like an English literature and a media studies class combined. And so
Okay.
we have 2 professors in the class. It's a big class.
Yeah, I've
So for
had
the
classes
literature
like that.
portion, yeah, it's actually really cool. I like it. So for the literature portion, normally it's like you cover a wide variety of different topics and whatnot. But this was a focus on technology and speculative fiction. And so we talk about a lot of different theories of technology, and some of them include Donna Haraway's Cyborg, which I found like the most fascinating. It's also like, of the theories that we discuss, the most complicated and convoluted. Even the professors admit like they've read it several times and they still don't fully understand it. So, but yeah, of course, there's Karl Marx in there and the materiality of power that has to be in there. So
Wow. He's the obvious one.
I'm well, yeah,
So is
I'm well on
this?
my way. Sorry,
No, go ahead. Say your thing.
sorry. I was gonna say I was well on my way in becoming a cultural Marxist.
Oh yeah.
My coworkers have warned me about the liberal hellscape that is university.
Yeah. So is the basic idea like in a sense we are still machines?
Well, kind of, yes. The cyborg idea is that we've embraced technology in many ways that affect us daily, and I guess you have to kind of eschew the idea of like the Hollywood cyborg where you have to have like mechanical parts replacing body parts or functions.
Yeah.
And then like some of the examples were like vaccines. It's like that is completely unnatural, and we inject ourselves with this and then boost our immune system, and then we don't get polio. That's freaking miraculous in of itself. So it goes a little more basic, but it goes up higher too. And she feels that, yeah, embracing technology fully instead of being like, oh no, 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 no. I think. But she also does other things like where we are
Right.
animals, and so we should have considerations for other animals as well. So she's like an animal rights advocate. So there is a lot with good old Dr. Donna.
So looking on the Wikipedia page for this Cyborg Manifesto, like the first category here, Haraway begins the manifesto. Haraway begins the manifesto by explaining 3 boundary breakdowns since the 20th century that allowed for her hybrid cyborg myth. 1, the breakdown of boundaries between human and animal, human and machine, and physical and non-physical. I think that sentence right there actually explains it pretty well. I think.
Yeah.
I think is it? Would you say so?
Yes, but there is much
There's more
much
to
more.
it,
She goes into
obviously.
detail, and she has to, yeah, and she goes into great detail of a lot of things, and she kind of creates her own language and jargon, and so that makes it even more difficult to
Hmm.
follow along. That's like,
How long is this
I
book?
well, we have an excerpt from it, and our excerpt is about 30 pages from the manifesto, but I think the manifesto's
Okay.
at least a few hundred. I'm mostly bullshitting with you because I just don't. I'm trying to avoid writing this damn essay,
I understand.
and maybe me talking and explaining this to you will help it out when I have to get the grind on.
You know, it's wild. Back when I was in university, I was like that. I'd be like, ugh, I don't want to write this. I don't want to do this out. And now it's like I write out like 20 pages of me like just ranting about some topic, and then it's like I can't do anything with this. And
You know, I think that's like a good problem to have because at least you can prune it
this is
and
true.
kind of like cut it back, modify it,
Well,
switch some stuff
it's
around, put some
it's still
transitionary sentences in there.
it's still good because it's like it's a way to like exercise your mind.
Yes, no, for sure.
And I
Uh,
didn't didn't think I'd ever be doing this with my time, but yeah, here I am.
Being a YouTuber?
No, I meant like just writing
Writing? Oh, yeah.
bullshit and not doing anything with it.
Fair.
But
Ask what you
that's
majored in?
oh, it was film and theater.
Oh, that's cool. But and
Yeah.
you live in California, right? So
Well, Arizona.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, that's cool.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
California is just like the easier time for people because Arizona doesn't have daylight savings.
Why do we still have that?
Why do we still have Arizona?
Well, I'm a filthy socialist. I live up in Canada, actually, so
Oh, lucky you.
I know, right? We got
Yeah,
blackface.
you with your health care and higher standard of living.
It's like I just find it fascinating when I was like growing up and like watching all these like American movies and they're complaining about going to the doctor. Oh, should I go to the doctor? It's like it's a thing. I'm like, what the hell? I don't understand this. Like, what's so bad about going to the doctor?
This country's falling apart. This is collapsing. Everything's falling
Well,
apart.
I just really hate how the Republicans down there, especially, kind of frame that having universal health care makes you communist. And it's like, what the fuck, dudes? That's
Well,
a lie.
something about that though is like it seems to me like a lot of younger people, well, starting with like Gen X and Y, but especially the ones now, they see that and it's like, no. But I mean, okay, no. Let me rephrase that. We see it and it's like, oh no, it's not communism. What? But I think the younger kids are seeing it and they're like, yeah, let's go full fucking communist.
Like, I'm never gonna own a house at this rate. Fuck you guys.
Oh, that's
God
how it.
damn it.
See, that's how it started with us. Well, at least my age, it's like I'm never going to be a millionaire. I don't care.
Are you sure? You just see, like, you just have to work hard enough, all right?
Oh, I'm
And you will too be a millionaire,
no, no,
and you
no.
can trickle down on the degenerates.
My
Have those.
personal like life. I wouldn't let myself get that big.
No.
I don't want.
Oh.
Maybe I'll be like successful. I'm not saying I won't find success, right? But like, I don't want to be like some big CEO with making millions of. Nah, no, fuck that. I don't want that life. That's why.
You don't want to lord over the peons that do the actual work and be like, see, I'm worth like
No,
10 million times more than you do.
not really. No, because those are my people.
What?
They are. Yeah.
Well, when you become a CEO though, then you're not one of them. Jeez, you
Well,
transcend above them, right?
well, hey, if that happens, But it's like what the temporarily embarrassed millionaires quote.
Yeah.
Like I learned that I learned that pretty early on.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, it was like, something's not right here.
It's like, let's keep it shitty for poor people because one day I will become a millionaire and then I get to be a jerk to those fucking poor people and they better watch out for me.
Yeah. They also, I don't know if you've seen Star Trek Deep Space Nine, but they explored that quite a bit.
Oh my god. Did they?
What, you don't?
Deep Space Nine?
You said, "Oh my God," why are you saying? Oh my...
No, I actually really like Deep Space Nine.
Should I not have mentioned Star Trek?
Oh my god, Star Trek.
Well, yeah, in Deep Space Nine, there's a part kind of later on where the Ferengi, a quote from Rom, he's like, the Ferengi don't want to stop the exploitation; they want to be the ones exploiting. And when you contrast that with this is society is trying to exploit each other and beat the other workers down. You contrast that with the Federation where they don't do that and everything's better. It's like, oh, this ideology and system is not working. I don't know if that's what they meant to imply
I,
back then, but
I don't know how I forgot about the Ferengi. Of course. What did they call their tenants? Their rules? Laws of was it laws of acquisition?
it's the rules of acquisition.
Rules of acquisition. Yeah. Exploit family members. All right, hold on. Can you hold on for like 20 seconds? I need to get coffee.
Okay, go do your thing. It's cool.
All right.
We got Borderlands open anyway. How are the rest of you guys? I do not look pleased. That's just my face. I look like Captain Disillusion. I don't know. That's a new one. What is Captain Disillusion? He's got like the golden face, right? No, not gold. The silver face. I don't look like. I don't have a silver face. Oh, because his hair is a little curly too, I guess. Well, a little wavy. Mine's a bit more curlier than his. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's like an oil painting. Wait. Wow. A really good painting. Not what I meant though. This is a good one right there with curls, I guess. I don't think I look like him though.
All
That's
right.
a new comparison. The comparison I always get is Jesse Claver. Claver. Yeah. Hold on a second. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let me slide this over here. Yeah. The part in the hair, I see it. He's a Dutch politician, I believe. I don't know anything about him. Anyway, I get that one like a lot. Amazingly, it's like seems like there's a bunch of like Dutch people in my audience. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, Dutch people.
Oh, you're back.
I
Hi.
had. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm back. I worked with a Dutch boomer, and oh my god, the sexism. Holy shit.
Oh, that's just.
He got the company sued for sexual harassment.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Yeah, he said the old joke to the female secretary. Why is the bride's dress white? Because it's got to match the other appliances.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
That took me a moment to get. Oh.
It's like he's like, and like I heard this, and then it's like several years later, he's saying it again to some random people, and I'm like, dude, did the company get sued for you saying a joke like that? He's like, I didn't sue the company. I'm like, yeah, but you gave her the ammunition to do that. Like, don't
Oh
do
man.
it.
That's the that sometimes you gotta like fire people like that. That's the only way.
Well, the CEO of the company was pretty liberal and had a hard time firing people, so for better or for worse.
I don't have a problem. I mean, I've never fired anybody, but I mean, I imagine I wouldn't. I've never had trouble cutting people out. It's like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my god.
one of the more recent coworkers, he's like an electrical engineer, and he's like totally gone crazy alt-right white supremacist. It's like it's kind of sad and funny at the same time to see him go down this like over the past couple of years. Oh my god, he
Wait,
got in trouble.
this is a
finally.
coworker of yours?
Yes, yes. He's got in trouble from HR for creating a hostile work environment because he'd talk about how black people are genetically
Oh no.
primitive, and
In the workplace.
that's why they keep having civil wars in Africa.
What? Oh no.
It's funny and sad, but I'm like, okay, I'm like thinking about what brings people to like this white supremacy. And he's been talking about white genocide and crap, and we live up in Canada, and he's saying how Justin Trudeau is a communist, and it's like, I don't think you know what the fuck communism. And then he bitches about virtual signaling, and I'm like, virtue signaling. It's like, dude,
no.
dude. Yeah, and he was the one who warned me about being indoctrinated to cultural Marxism at university. So watch out. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. I like, I'll jump on that. Like, really, willingly. There's
Some
no
people,
indoctrination needed.
yeah. Some
And
people,
he,
it's just no self-awareness, no social
oh my god,
awareness.
he unironically told me that Jordan Peterson is the greatest mind of our time. He fucking loves Jordy P. Dr. Jordy P. Oh my god. He loves that man so much.
Canada, right? Oh man. So
Oh,
he's like a white supremacist?
I think at this point he would not find it offensive, and he'd be like, "Yep, that's me."
Well, I mean, you said that,
It's
and I'm
just
like, what has he done any more? And
no,
like
like
this could be an interesting story.
there are some interesting things, and like so like the company. Well, I quit to go to school full time, uh, but it's like a tech company, and the engineering department's like one of our biggest departments, and it's run by a very talented woman. And oh my god, like some of the things he says about how like women would be better like staying at home moms and just raising children and stuff, and it's like, dude, and he will go on about how they're more logical, and like men are more logical, and so they tend to be better engineers. It's like, you're the worst fucking electrical engineer I've ever worked with. Like, he
Yeah,
had
funny how
worked
that
for
works
like
out.
3-4 years before he came to our company, and he designed this interface box. And I worked down in the manufacturing, and so I'd put together the final product, and I never have ever red penned a drawing so much in my life, like in my career there. Like, if I put it together as he stated, it would catch on fire. Like, I'm not even joking. I was like,
Oh.
what? And yeah, I think this is indicative of why he kind of got caught into this alt-right crap. Is he is really terrible at his job, and
Oh,
it
but
probably
he's one
really
of those
affects
people.
his
It's not.
self-esteem.
He's saying like it's not me that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's the liberals in their regulations.
Yeah. Instead of
Oh
like
God.
instead of like trying to like improve himself and work on himself and find support, it's, I gotta go attack people that have nothing to do with my shitty conditions and blame them for it. And like he would go on about how Trudeau, like, and he's like implementing white genocide, and how he's awful for denying white South Africans asylum in Canada, and he's denying them. And I remember looking it up, and it's like, okay, before Trudeau, we had Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper's administration was fucking denying these people too. And a lot of cases, they're like seeking asylum. It's like, why are you seeking asylum? It's like, oh, the black people are attacking me. Why are they attacking me? It's like, oh, because they're primitive. Like, they're really racist white people trying to seek asylum. And Canada's like, no, we don't want racist white people in here. And it's really bad because we have another engineer who is a white South African and just confirms all of this other coworker's fears. And it's just like, that
Oh
is, oh
no.
my, and you can't
It's like a
argue with
feedback
him.
loop.
Yes, and you can't, I've tried to argue with him about some of the stuff you say, but he's like, I'm from South Africa, I know how it is, you've never been there, so shut up. And I was like, oh great.
You just can't reason with some
Fat,
people.
no,
That's the sad
no,
reality of the world.
no.
I make a Discord channel called The Arena for debate, and nope.
You'll get there one day, Celiac. I believe in you.
Oh no no
I
no no
could
no.
just
People
be
can't.
a shitlord and play devil's advocate just for fun. Why not?
My point is, people can't be reasoned with. It's not a place you can reach. Not a place you'll get. Some people just
No,
don't want to be changed.
no, and I think like whenever I debate these people, it's kind of like, if there's an audience, it's more for them. If people were kind of
Yeah.
like undecided or unknowing, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just not gonna let this guy have the whole fucking platform and spew a bunch of dumb bullshit.
Oh yeah, but that's It's theater basically.
Yeah.
That's okay because I went to college for theater and film. This is something I'm good at. Well,
Well,
sometimes anyway.
that'll help you with your YouTube channel, I suppose.
Well, what now?
Yes. It'll help you with your YouTube career.
What, debating people?
No, your film study.
Oh, well, moderately, I suppose.
One day they'll have a course, like YouTube influencer kind of course or something. How to be successful at YouTube.
People are always doing
Yeah.
that. It always seems like a scam.
No, I mean like an actual university course. A university level
There's
course.
probably a thing
Being
already.
an internet influencer. Well, I remember when because I'm like a mature student. I'm like in my early 30s, going back to university or going to university for the first time. And
Oh, right on, dude.
thanks. But anyways, I remember when I was younger, and then yeah, just some of the things I'm like, that's cool now, because like one of the profs, he also has an online course, and all you do is play video games and then write reports using like different theories of analysis on the game. So it's mostly just like an easy course, just for whoever, just an excuse to play video games. I remember some of my friends who went off to university right after graduation finding similar classes for like film. You just watch movies and then write reports on them. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah,
Totally
I
gonna
had a
sign up
few
for that
classes
next
like
year.
that.
It's the life. The life.
I didn't like them very much.
No? Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like might be a little different when you're like trying to enjoy a game versus playing a game for a report.
Well, now I have the mind for it. It's all I do. But like the best, there was a handful of classes that like when writing the stuff, we watch a movie and like write stuff out for it. There was a handful that were like they really worked. I loved it, but it was like they were all horrible things. Like, Birth of a Nation.
Oh
Do you know
God.
that movie?
I've heard. I haven't watched it, but I've definitely heard of it. You know, some of the original blackface in film by a bunch of white supremacists.
Yeah. Oh man. But the whole class I had for that was like talking about history and like American culture basically and how it was like portrayed in movies and whatnot. Well, I'm doing like a basic analysis there. And we had to watch that for that class and it was like, "Oh my god, our entire modern film industry is based off of this horrible racist movie."
Oh God.
Oh my god. Um, yeah, I don't know if you don't know them. You said you don't know the movie, but like what happened is like there's the Civil War ends and it's like, oh, things are horrible for the South, and now now that Lincoln is dead, the North is corrupt, and they're letting all these black people into the Senate now, and it's horrible, and they're eating fried chicken and have their legs on the desk. And they don't care about the Senate at all. They don't care about the rule of law. What will save the day? And what saves the day is the KKK shows up. And
Your friendly neighborhood KKK.
yeah, and they start like, they're supposed to be, um, the hoods are supposed to be like the ghosts of the Confederate soldiers. That's what it's supposed to mean. And
Okay.
yeah, and they show up at like the at the polling places to scare the black people away from voting, and that's what saves America in the end, is the KKK. And they're having a big party, and Jesus Christ comes down from heaven and blesses the KKK. I'm not making it up. This is what happens in the movie.
They totally read the Bible, I'm sure. Oh my God, that reminds me of I watched the HBO series Oz, and there's Schrader. I can't remember. Anyways, it was like some Nazi white supremacist, and he has a cellmate who's like intelligent, and he's like, Jesus probably wasn't white, and he opens up the fucking his Bible, and there's like this little picture-esque of Jesus, and he's like, does that look like an N-word
Oh
to
my
you?
God.
It's like, yep. I'm sure that's accurately represents the kind of people they're like. I see this, artist depiction of Jesus as white, therefore Jesus is. Yeah, I'm like, yep, probably.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think when you talk to people about like their religious beliefs and the way they think things are, it seems like it's all very self-serving. Like every
Yeah,
time
like
someone's like, "Oh, this is God in heaven above," and it's like it seems like you deliberately believe in something that is like what you want.
yeah, and you interpret it the way you want. Like I
Yeah,
can't remember who said it, but like it's a coincidence that God hates all the same things you hate.
yeah. And when they talk about Jesus being white, it's like it's the same principle.
For sure.
And even if they don't like come out and say, "Oh yeah, Jesus was white," like I think a lot of them don't even say it straight like that. But it's like they think it subconsciously, and over the years, they've all thought that, and that's the image that we've got today for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't.
How many viewers do you have?
Hmm.
I was just gonna ask, how many viewers do you have now?
I have 8 on YouTube.
Oh, you're streaming on YouTube?
I'm doing a dual stream thing right now on YouTube and
Oh,
Twitch.
I went to your Twitch. I'm like, I never actually go to Twitch. I've never been one for like watching
Yeah,
other
that's
people
fine. I
play
almost
video
never
games.
do either anymore. Ever, actually.
Like,
Anymore. I don't. Hold on, let me open this up. I have 1 person on Twitch. Oh, that's nice.
sweet.
I keep. Oh, my back just cracked. Okay. I keep like. I've got like links in my videos, like for all the social media stuff, but I don't really. I don't really care. Well, you found the Discord somehow, so.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I'm like, sure, I'll support a small YouTuber. Dude. Get it at the ground up, right? I'm gonna be like one of those. I've always been a follower of Celiac when you hit like 1 million subscribers.
I
My name's
knew him
Celiac.
when he was just a yay lad. He was so tall he didn't even have. I don't know what I'm saying actually. He was about yay high, and his streams didn't reach triple digits.
Gotta keep at it, man.
I know. I just got
One
other
day,
stuff.
one day.
I don't know if I'll ever reach 1 million. I don't know if I'll ever have like the will or drive to put that much work into it. But it's a fun thing to do, right?
For sure.
Well,
No, you just gotta have the goal of you're gonna unthrone PewDiePie.
oh, that's
You're
too
gonna oust him,
high.
and then you're gonna subvert all those edgy white supremacist teenagers from him.
Just start making.
Convert them over the.
I've had a thought. What if we start making videos like, "Hey, incels, you're right, but it's not women. Listen, it's not women who are at fault though. It's the market forces of capitalism. And here's why." I don't know. I did start writing something about that, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it. It might be fun. It might work.
Why not do it?
Well, yeah, it's not like What's gonna happen to me if I don't if I do it and it doesn't go well? Oh well, I'll just make another video next month. It's not like it's not like anything matters.
It's the internet.
Yeah. People will forget about it within like 5 minutes of watching the video.
Oh my. Selling yourself so short.
Well, no, I mean I forget about things like that.
Your own videos?
I forget about everything. I don't remember anything. I have bad memory problems these days.
I was kind of finding that, and then I was like really fearful about going to university and being like, oh my god, am I gonna actually be able to do this? And it's like, yeah, you can. It's gotta make it your goddamn job, and with all the pressure and all the
Yeah.
deadlines, it fits in.
You just gotta treat it seriously and not skip classes.
No, I'm like, well, I'm paying for this. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, why the hell would I do that to myself? Like,
No.
I know some people just skip class, and it's like, why?
I have like dreams where I forgot that I had a class all semester. And it's like I haven't been to college in 4 years.
It's like a different variation of being like showing up to class or work naked, and you're like, oh shit, what the hell?
Nah,
I
that
just
would be
completely
good.
didn't know. Forgot this class that I signed up for and I'm paying for.
That would
Damn.
be a good dream.
Oh my god. Nightmares. Dude, is your chat active?
Not a lot. I got someone. Meet the Sheeple just said, "Heyo, heyo, meet the Sheeple." Oh, I died. That's okay. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember. See, I forget already.
You look like Captain Disillusion.
Yeah, I never gotten that one before. I've never heard.
Congratulations.
We've never heard that before. I get a lot of people saying I look like someone else, and it's like, I look like Celiac Attack. I don't know who you think you are. I get Bob Dylan and Jesse Claver the most.
Like, I've heard those names, but I can't even recall who the hell they look like.
Well, Bob Dylan was the folk singer.
Yeah.
Folk and rock singer. Jesse Claver is a Dutch politician.
Okay, I can kind of see the Bob Dylan.
Well, yeah, I can't play guitar, guys. There's a guitar behind me right there. I don't. Why?
That's just decoration.
Yeah, I guess I learned to play it back in high school, but that's been so long ago now.
I learned the pretend guitar known as the bass.
Oh. Yeah. That's not a real instrument.
No.
Wow, my stream looks choppy on this other thing. Is it choppy for anyone else watching?
When I was looking at it, it was kind of choppy, yeah.
That might be because of the memory I'm running.
How much memory? What speed?
It's like 10 gigs.
10 gigs?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of other things here. Part of the test here is we're running. Oh, it looks okay now. Part of the test was running. You know, can I stream a game while? Can I be playing a game while I have this open while I'm streaming on multiple platforms at the same time? What does the performance look like? That's mainly the point of the thing tonight. No, this isn't an actual.
You're
plan.
benchmarking.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Not an actual like planned content stream. I got another thing planned this weekend, but we're not tonight.
What is planned on the weekend?
Oh, I'm just gonna be going over last year's video, like last November. Like, I've started doing this thing where every year, okay, I may upload a video, right? 1 year later, go over it in review, and be like, what would I do now? If that makes any sense.
Sorry, I zoned out halfway. First
Okay.
half. I'm bad. Say that again.
Last November, 1 year ago, I uploaded a video titled Jordan Peterson is a liar and a coward. And it was like he deleted a video from his YouTube page like right the day before the election. And I happened to have it saved.
Ooh.
Because I was doing research into him and I had it saved. And then people were like, "Oh, he deleted this." And I was all, "Oh, that's fun. Let's make a video about it."
Jordy P, you're a fucking coward.
And so the plan, now it's been a year since then, and the plan is, we're going to go over that video, my video, and be like, these are the things I did then, these were my thoughts, this is what I do differently, stuff like that. Just commentary.
See how you've grown?
Yeah.
As a celiac attack?
Yeah. What? I love that name so much.
I do. I think that was one of the reasons I'm like, subscribe. It's a pretty cool name. I grew up in a foster home, and my foster mother had celiac, or has celiac, and so I was like, I'm pretty familiar with it. So when the whole gluten intolerance thing was like taking off, and there was like, oh, I can't have gluten. It's like, but they're not like celiacs. Someone was like, oh, it just makes me feel funny. It's like, I know like some people were like really like crapping on those people. But I'm like, yeah, but it's like really pushing for a lot more gluten-free stuff.
I don't really care. Let them eat what they want.
No, for sure. And like, but I know like now there's like, I remember like a couple years ago there was like a restaurant, like gluten-free restaurant that like opened up, just catered to that sort of thing. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Like,
yeah,
I don't mind. Even if people are just jumping on this bandwagon for whatever reason, it really drove that. So
there's been a few restaurants like that up here in Phoenix. It's pretty fun. Yeah, but what, I don't know, what if this person eats gluten free and it's like, but they have a family member who eats gluten free and they're so used to it, that's all they want to do. Like, there's no problem in that.
No, for sure.
That's how I see it. That's one way I see it, anyway.
Oh yeah. So you're playing Borderlands 2, and
just had a legendary trap. Cool.
Oh yeah. So in one of my class where I'm talking about genderless cyborgs before,
yes.
We had this fun project. It was called SF, Speculative Fiction Curiosities.
Okay.
We could have like a group of 2 or 3 people, and we were supposed to give a presentation about some speculative fiction that we haven't discussed in class. And it's just something to, like, if you have something that's kind of obscure or you're something passionate about, like a TV show, movie, video game, like anything, as long as we haven't talked in class and it is actually like speculative fiction.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, so there was like, I had to tie it into a theory that we talked about in class and whatnot. So me and my friend, we like, oh yeah, video games. We're gonna do a video game. We ended up doing Borderlands 3. And because she's very passionate about the Borderlands series, and she ended up making a claptrap out of diaper boxes as a prop for the presentation.
Huh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
The
diaper box because he's full of shit, right? But yeah,
that's
Borderlands.
Way to put it.
Just did like a presentation on that. It was fun.
Did you talk about what? Dystopian, hyper
capitalism.
capitalist. Okay.
You have the backwater planets, and it's all run by these fucking mega corporate arms manufacturers.
I haven't played.
Good times.
I haven't played 3. I don't know.
I
What it
haven't
looks like.
finished it. I wasn't going to play it, but until we're like, oh, we're gonna do a presentation. I'm like, fine. I'll just say that I'm playing video games as homework then.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it because I kind of stopped since we already did the presentation. I haven't finished it yet, but it's pretty good. There's definitely some gameplay features that I like that they've improved upon. Like
Yeah, like
weapons have secondary functions. So you can go like for some weapons, you can go from like burst fire, like DAW weapons. You can commonly go for like burst fire to automatic or semi-automatic to automatic, things like that. Or melee one weapons, you can switch between like 2 elements. Something like fire and cryo, or corrosive and cryo, things like that.
I've heard some negative things about Borderlands 3.
Such as
Like the gameplay is very like different, and some people don't find it quite as fun. Oh.
I'm trying to think how it's different from, because I played a lot of 2 back in the day with a bunch of friends. And it's like it was a long time ago, so it's like it's kind of hard to remember what the major differences are. But
Yeah.
I mean, like compared to like a lot of games today, there's no loot boxes or microtransactions. So I'm like, that's great. So I'm pretty sure
Wow.
it was like EA. It's like no. All those cosmetics and some of those legendary weapons are like they're in loot boxes.
Well, there is like DLC and stuff that is cosmetic for Borderlands 2.
Yes, no, for sure. And I'm like, for cosmetic DLCs, I'm like, I feel like personally, it's like, I'm like, well, it's not too impactful, and it's like it's just something to kind of like help the developer, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
I really don't like DLCs, but I'm also like one of the older millennials, and I remember like, yeah.
I feel like it's all part of this like ever-encompassing thing with all of our capitalists in our capitalist society now. all of our services are becoming like partitioned off, and you got to pay for more
for content. No, for sure.
It's like,
and then there's like the argument too, where games, especially the larger games, they're getting more and more expensive, and like $60 USD.
Oh yeah.
And like, but people still expect to like not pay much for them in comparison to like 10 years ago. But I think it can happen. It's just I think capitalism pushes it where it's like, no, we gotta get more money.
I'm sick of it.
Totally agree.
I don't want more money. I just want Medicare for all.
It was kind of an interesting thing. I remember someone talking about how in Canada there's like per capita more entrepreneurs than the US because we have universal health care, and then you're like,
don't have
to like work for someone else just so that you don't die
like
if you get sick.
I mentioned that in my last video that just went up a couple days ago.
Okay. Even though I'm talking to you, I have a hard time watching all your videos just because I'm so fucking busy with school. It's just like, so.
No, it's cool. I 100% get that.
Bad follower.
No, when I was in school, I was like that too. Like I just completely zoned out and was not connected to the internet like at all, really. Like I completely, the whole Gamergate thing happened, and like I had no idea what was going on. And yeah, now every time I hear about it, it's like people are like huddled around a fire talking about, oh, this horrible Gamergate happened in the past, and I'm like, what? Did I just sleep through this?
You somehow slept through this. Holy shit!
Evidently, yeah.
I'm proud of you.
They said,
They're amazing.
like when you look at it, like now in hindsight, it's kind of like they did what now? What happened? Like I don't believe it. Almost.
I kind of remember when it was happening and stuff, and I would say I was like on the wrong side of it for a lot of views, but I wasn't like extreme and being like, I think Anita Sarkeesian should die. I didn't like her, but yeah, some of the people with like the fuck, oh my god, way too far and took their goddamn games a little too seriously.
I didn't really even know who she was.
Well, so I found her annoying because I did feel personally attacked by her because I had a really shitty childhood and I have a lot of trauma from that, and I found video games
Well, I
as like
mean,
a
a
teenager and
lot of
adult
people
like
do.
yeah, but I found like it was a way for me to and whatnot, and
For
I
you
always
to, I'm sorry, a way for
and
you
it's a
to
little
what
more
now?
sorry
You cut out. A way for you. It was a way for you to do
cope.
what? Cope. Okay, sorry.
So like a part of it was like growing up, I was my mother homeschooled me and my 3 siblings, and I was like the 3rd child of the 4th, and like I never went to public school until I went to foster care, and
Hmm.
she
That
was like,
sucks.
yeah. Anyways, so she was a feminist, which is great, but she was also a paranoid schizophrenic, which was not great, and so she kind of
Oh
like really
boy.
hated men. So I had this kind of like history with that, where it's like I always had this like I feel like I'm a good ally to women, and then kind of like and then I play these video games to cope, and I think I'm a good person, and then I felt like Anita was like personally attacking me. I didn't wish she would die, but I really did not like her.
Please tell me more about your mother.
So yeah, when I was 10, her schizophrenia broke really badly, and that was hell.
Oh, that sucks.
And then it got to the point where we were getting evicted from the place we were living because it turned out she wasn't paying rent for a while,
Oh
and
my
that was
god.
when it exploded. I went to foster care. It was for the fucking best. Oh my god.
That sounds horrifying. Like I've known people who develop schizophrenia and it's like it is I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, and it's been a very big concern for me growing up because I like know it's hereditary, and like my mother's mother, my grandmother, had the same thing happen to her. She developed schizophrenia,
Jesus.
and so it's always been a concern for me and my siblings, and I think that's like one of the reasons why I became like extremely skeptical. Like I think as a child I was already kind of skeptical. Like my mother, my sister, they were like really into Wicca and stuff, and I never really got into that. In foster
Ah.
care, they were Christians, and they really tried to convert me. Like I love my foster parents, like they're second parents to me, and I still talk to them, but I really butted heads with them on the Christianity part. And I think it was for like I became very skeptical and critical with like spirituality, religion, because I'm like, I do not want to go down that road
No, it
at
makes
all.
sense.
I was like, I just want to be very critical and be very, very based in reality as much as possible. So, yeah. So that's my childhood. How's your childhood, Celiac?
Not schizophrenia. That's not good either, but not schizophrenia.
Oh, I could go on. Oh my god. I think like one of the like back in like 2015, I was jumping up on the anti-SJW bandwagon again because of my mother. And I think at that point I was like very depressed and I really hated myself, and it just gave me a very easy way to be like, hey, you don't have to hate yourself, you can just hate all the feminists instead. And I think about a year of that, and then I realized that I was like, I think it's because I have mother issues more than anything.
Oh
So, well, I'm just glad I
no.
have
You
enough
figured it out.
self-reflection. Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see counseling about this.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better. It also didn't help because my sister, she's the oldest, and at that time she was like, she had just had a daughter, and then she got back into feminism, and she became one of those very obnoxious SJW feminists. And our youngest brother, he felt that like trans people was just like a mental disorder, and she was yelling at him angrily about it, but like how he's a terrible person for thinking that. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like that's not gonna help him, like convince him. Like, oh my god.
Honestly, I don't
And
understand. Like, I don't understand how people like. I get caring, but like, I don't get how you can act a certain way about some of these things. Because it's like, don't you have better things to do?
I mean, other than yell at your younger brother about
Yelling at
oh.
anybody.
Well, I think, well, like she has trans friends, I have trans friends. She was just did it in a really bad way. But yeah, I had to stop talking to my sister for a couple of years while I went to therapy, because she was like, because I would tell her these things about like our mother like hated men. She's like, no, she didn't. It's like, yeah, she totally told her 3 boys about how men are fucking evil and all these other things and how they're terrible constantly. She's like, she was just warning you about toxic masculinity, but like, there's that, and then it's fueled with paranoid schizophrenia. So we were at odds about,
Well,
you know, how our experiences growing up. And I remember a friend saying about how for like women and like young girls who are raised up in like a misogynistic household, how the sons of like a misogynistic father won't see the misogyny because they're not the target of it. And I brought this up to my sister, and she's like, that's wrong. Fuck you. I'm like, all right, I'm not talking to you
well,
while I go heal and not become a white supremacist asshole.
sounds like a lovely family you got there.
Well, that was like, did you think this stream would go this way, Celiac?
I
Did you
was
think you'd be
prepared.
playing?
Honestly, I was like expecting anybody. I was like, you know what? Let's just see where this goes. That was the intent. I
Well,
was expecting maybe someone is gonna let some PewDiePie stan is gonna show up. Was what I really expected.
have you been attacked by PewDiePie stans?
Oh, they just yell at me in the comments and on Twitter. Nothing
Really?
serious, really.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
what a bunch of children.
Yeah, literally. I got some comment saying like, in my country we behead communists, and it was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is like a 12-year-old kid. I couldn't tell though.
Oh god.
But it's like this. You are not. You are not selling your case very well here.
No. Oh god.
Like
No, yeah, sorry, go.
I was expecting people to be like, "Oh yeah, of course you hate PewDiePie, libcuck, stuff like that." Not like fucking beheading people.
I find it hilarious that when people like unironically call like people cucks or soy boys, and it's like, I
You're
remember getting an
revealing
argument
so
with
much
someone
about
on.
yourself.
I know. I was like seeing on Reddit people like unironically call people soy boys, and like they believe soy will feminize you, and it's just like, no,
It's like,
phytoestrogen will not do that. There's been studies. Just because it's structured very similarly doesn't mean it's
It's
the
like,
same.
if it worked like that, do you think more people wouldn't be taking it? Like how much does hormones cost? Right? If people could replace that with soy, they would.
Yes.
Oh my god. Something's wrong with my keyboard.
Ugh. Their ability to science is so fucking awful. It's genuinely frustrating. Like on Facebook the other week, some guy posted up this article about how NASA says that global warming's not man-made. I'm like, oh, I'm fired up and I am gonna dig through this. And it was like from Natural News. And I'm like, oh my god, of course it is. Because Natural News is really good at scientific research.
Oh, it's
Oh my
got
god.
natural in the name. So you
And I'm like,
know,
did they pick that because there's nature.com,
so
which is a scientific journal?
when they say it's natural news, it really means it's gluten free, so it's better for you.
Oh my god, it's gluten free. It's natural, therefore it's good. Oh my god. But yeah, it was just an opinion piece, and then I looked at like the 3 sources that they cite, and it's like a BBC article, news article, some other climate denial website, and Hal Turner Radio. And I'm like, who the hell's Hal Turner? It's like some neo-Nazi radio in the US.
Oh, I've heard of this
I'm like,
actually.
what the fuck? And I'm like, I pointed all this out, and I'm like, if they're like, well, and then he was kind of responding, well, like NASA said this. I'm like, if NASA said this, why doesn't Natural News cite NASA instead of a bunch of opinion pieces from other people? Like, come on, dude. Ugh.
I just cut these people out of my life.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to. It's sad. And then like a couple days later, he posted about how some white genocide talking crap, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Not another one. Not another one.
That's what they do, man.
I think they get vulnerable people like myself,
yeah.
as I was saying, like I have a lot of trauma and baggage, especially with like feminism, so I was like really primed, but thankfully my friends were very patient and understanding with me, and I had enough self-reflection to realize that there was a very good reason I was going this way, and I should stop it. And, yeah, and then just like my coworker, and he's just very terrible at his job.
Someone in Twitch
and
chat
like he's
called
just
me Frodo. Frodo, is that you? Did you destroy the ring? Nah, just kidding, bro. Love there.
I love it. Love it.
Anyway, were you gonna wrap up this story here? I'm gonna wrap the stream down
just
here.
talk about like alt-right. Like I think with I think it definitely goes for vulnerable people who have self-esteem issues or image issues, and they're in a bad situation, and they just want, and they hate themselves, and I think like the alt-right just gives them an external target.
Well, this isn't a new thing. This is just like the stuff with the right-wing people is really just the most current brand of it. People always go after, the organizations, groups like this always go after like vulnerable people. Like we've always had like cults and Scientology and all that.
Yes.
All existed before. This is just the new flavor of it.
For sure, and I think it's also just kind of different with social media nowadays, and just different ways of getting to people. And I think it's probably also easier to reach a lot of people through social media as well for these kind of groups. And Mr. Zuckerberg's like, oh, I want to try to do something, but I don't want to do something.
No, he doesn't. He wants money. That's what he cares about.
I think lying's bad. Then why do you keep taking money from people who constantly, knowingly lie. Jerkwad. Mr. Zuckerberg. God damn it. Celiac, U.S. has fucked us up so bad. God damn you.
Oh,
You have a bunch of
everything's
people
fucked.
that are like, well, I blame you and your country.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm putting this on you.
You can do that.
Like Trump
I
won, and
understand.
then all of a sudden there's like a bunch of fucking Texans going like, "Woo, MAGA!" in like Canada. I'm like, what the fuck,
Hey,
guys?
it wasn't.
You guys,
Wasn't me,
they
man.
those guys, the same guys are like, Mexicans shouldn't be like celebrating Mexico in the United States. They're in America now, and then they go to Canada to work in the fucking oil fields, and they're like, yeah, USA, yeah, and I'm like, fucking douchebags, all of you. And then now we have like white supremacy on the rise, and then people who follow Ben Shapiro and shoot up a mosque, and then Ben Shapiro's like, I don't radicalize anyone, and then
Oh no, I don't think even he doesn't even believe that. Like, we could probably make
I think
evidence
he-
about it, but
I don't
he's aware
radicalize
of it.
anyone. Yeah, I mean,
No, he's
like,
definitely aware.
Oh, I mean, he's got to get that billionaire money. I
Like,
mean, height transplants are not cheap, and he's got to really save up for it. He's got to work for those.
he mentioned some while ago, like he made some comment about Beto O'Rourke, and he's like, "This makes me so mad, and I want to do something with it. I want to get a gun and do something about it." And it was, I'm not quoting him right, but
I know he was talking about like sex education and teaching about like homosexuality, like LGBTQ, and he was really mad about it. And it's like, if you force that on my daughter, I only have two choices: to like leave the country or grab a gun. That's all you're giving. The only choices you're giving me if you do this. And he was just like,
oh yeah,
this is totally not
something
gonna like
this.
radicalize
Okay.
people, Ben. Fuck.
Here we are to the 6 people watching. Here, I think this is.
In other words, if you're a church, you're not infringing on anybody's rights. You're just saying
it's 2 minutes of
you
this.
can't come here for your marriage. Go to the church down the street. You're a religious school. You're saying, listen, you want to learn about gay rights? Go to the public school down the street. Okay, you want to learn.
All right, I'm gonna skip ahead because fuck you.
And if you send a truant officer to remove my child, I have two choices.
Oh my god.
You what now?
He actually said, I'll meet him at the door with a gun.
Yeah.
At that point, right?
Holy
if I have no place to move because you've now.
Might be at the end here.
Ben!
That is insane. That is insane. If he tries to remove my child from my home, and well, he's not suggesting that. Where do you think this goes? What do you think the next step is?
Anyway, whatever. When this is not someone who feels guilty, even a little remorse of like sympathy for people who've been like, yeah, I shot up a mosque and Ben Shapiro encouraged me to do so. If he had any sympathy about it, he wouldn't be saying shit like this. No, this is it. No. He wants these people to fucking die.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps doing it.
He agrees with what happened. Oh god. Now it's reminding me of the coworker who's an asshat. When the morning after Christchurch happened, he said that he blamed the Muslims because they moved to a Western country. What should they not expect? Blowback? And he was okay with it up until the point that he shot children. Children shouldn't be shot. And I'm like...
They were okay with Hitler before he expanded outside of Germany.
He was just trying to fix Germany, all right? But then he had plans outside of Germany, and that was the problem.
I don't know. All right. Look, guy.
No, I'm trying to still avoid working on my essay.
All right, Neil Spartan, I gotta wind down here.
Fine.
I got other stuff I gotta do. You, my friend, have to get your essay done. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All right? Look, you're in your 30s. You're going back to college. This is great. You're doing great.
No, it's not college. It's university, dude.
Look, it doesn't matter. It's doesn't matter. You're pursuing your education, and that's what matters. All right? This is good.
Fine.
But you know, you can't not do these things. You have to get the essay. You can't not do your essay. You can't put it off.
Within my power. It is within my power to not do it and just fail that assignment.
No, it's not. That is not an option. You're
I'm
going
an
to get it done.
adult.
All right.
Have a good night.
Peace out, my man. As for everyone else watching, it's been fun. Thank you for joining. Been a successful stream, I guess. The frame rate of that looked kind of funky. Probably won't try streaming games on both platforms simultaneously, but that's okay. Thanks for coming. You can be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's right, we have an Instagram now. All the links are okay. I believe, yeah. Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, Twitch, Reddit, and Discord. All the links are in the description. Thanks for joining me, folks. It's going to be great. Oh, you just joined Easter? I'm sorry. We will be streaming again this weekend. I'm aiming for 2 p.m. California time. That's the goal. We'll see how it works out, though. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.